Uh, this video here is an update of my home gym. I purchased and started my home gym or my garage gym last November, and it's been about a year now, and I have since done a lot of upgrading since that point. So I just kind of wanted to show a video of, my gym as it is now, because my gym before was, it was good enough to work out in, but it wasn't really, what I was picturing. There were a lot of other things that I wanted to purchase. So I'm just going to give a quick tour right here. This right here is my Titan T3 rack. Paid about, I don't know, maybe like $400 for it, but it came with dip attachments. It's a very solid rack. I might do a separate review video on it, but it's a Titan Fitness rack, very good quality. I upgraded to a multi-grip pull-up bar because I like doing neutral grip pull-ups, and the standard straight bar, you can't do those on it. I also decided to get the monolift attachments here, which are they're pretty sick, so they weren't very expensive. They're Titan Fitness again. As you can see on my squat rack, I mark up all my heights with masking tape. It's not the nicest looking thing, but it's a lot easier than guessing every time you lift. So on the rack here is my Rogue Fitness power bar. Also on the rack I have the safety straps, which I like better than the safety pins. It protects the bar a little bit better. I know the bars are going to get beat up, but the bars get protected, and I just feel like this absorbs impact a lot better than the pins. It just feels safer, and I can set it up a little bit more accurately for my where I might miss a lift or whatever. Underneath my squat rack are 2 horse stall mats, and then the squat rack itself is bolted into the concrete. On the wall, I just put up a cheap thing I got from the dollar store to hang up my belt and my dip belt and my wrist wraps. Right over there, important piece of equipment for the gym, as I live in Las Vegas, is it's an evaporative cooler. So basically, it's an evaporative cooler. So I don't have central AC in the garage, and it just basically helps keep things cool here. Another part here is my other fan. This thing gets run all year, and then I also have a heater. Decided to put up a mirror right there. Also decided to get that 8-man strong banner. And I also have my home country's flag on the wall. Other bars I have a Buffalo bar here. I have a Titan Swiss bar. I have a unknown brand's Hex bar right here. I also have an unknown brand's safety squat bar. If you're wondering why there's duct tape on it, basically the neck pad always moves so that it puts the side where there's not very much padding. So I duct taped it to make sure it stays in place. Again, it's not the prettiest thing, but does the job. Here's my weight tree. Almost all the weights that I have on here I purchased online on I got used on Craigslist. Everything here works fine. I've weighed everything out. It's a lot cheaper to purchase stuff used, and I like metal plates as opposed to bumper plates. I just like the sound better, and I like the feel better. This is my Iron Master adjustable dumbbell set. It goes up to 120 pounds. It's super easy to adjust these things, super fast, and they feel just like regular dumbbells if you were to go to the gym. Another mirror there. Both these mirrors I purchased off of Letgo. Got a rack right there. Always keep my tablet there. I usually have a timer. This shelf here, which has my bench blocks, also has my chalk. Use it to hold my shoes, use it to hold just other accessories and whatnot. This other little bin holds, some other things like nose torque and some pain relief stuff. In there, in this little thing, I keep my ab roller, I keep my dip bars. I have some chains in there. Have another cheap shelf here, which I used to hold up all my bands. I got this chalk bowl for pretty cheap, like $50 off of Amazon. I also decided to put some Velcro on a baby powder bottle, and I have the baby powder Velcroed up here. The chalk bowl keeps the gym floor somewhat clean, still messy. This is my lat pull down machine. I have a couple attachments for it, but did not pay that much money for it. It's pretty, it was pretty cheap, but I've never had a problem with it, and it's a pretty nice thing. I have a platform right here. Again, it's Titan Fitness. Use it for box squats. Over here, I built these blocks. The one on the very bottom is for deficit deadlifts, and then I have two blocks for block pulls that are 3 inches high. Right here, this is my glute ham raise machine. This is a Titan Fitness. This is actually my second glute ham raise machine. Piece of advice for people deciding to have a garage gym is you're going to find some good deals, and you're going to find bargains, and you're going to have a budget, and sometimes you're going to skimp on certain pieces of equipment. My advice is to not do that in a lot of cases. I had purchased a glute ham raise before. Again, it was kind of a no-name brand type of thing, but basically it was like $150 or something, and that's basically what I got. It worked, it was never particularly comfortable, and it was never amazing, but it did the job for about 6 months before basically the thing ripped apart, and I ended up having to have a junk hauler come over here and take it away. Had this Titan Fitness one for a couple of months now, and it's perfect. There's no issues. Some of the issues I had with the other one do not exist here. It's a very good product that I highly recommend. Another example of cheap equipment that I purchased is this. Purchased this 45-degree hyper extension. Again, decided to go cheap on something, and it came back to bite me in the ass. I spent like $100 on this thing, and I was doing some exercises on it maybe like a month ago. Maybe it was sooner than that, but basically this whole metal section just completely ripped. I'm not a welder, so I decided not to do anything about it. It was such a cheap product, and I don't know, as far as other brands, I don't know if I'm going to find a brand that is going to be heavy duty enough for the things that I like to do on them. So I might just get a reverse hyper machine one day if Titan Fitness produces it, because I like Titan Fitness better than Rogue, simply for the price. I've never had a Rogue product other than my Rogue bar. I have a Rogue power bar there, and right here is a Rogue deadlift bar. Other than that, I have not really used Rogue products, but they're about double the price of the stuff that I've purchased, and so that's why I'm not really a big fan of Rogue, whereas Titan Fitness, stuff that I've purchased there has been very good quality, and it's a fraction of the price of Rogue. This is my deadlift jack. I actually just got this, and it's also a Titan Fitness. I paid like $60 for it. It was on sale for Black Friday. I just started, it functions just as well as I would expect, but it's a lot better than these things. Before I got this deadlift jack, I was using these dead wedges, which are, they're okay. They're not bad for I'll use them now for the hex bar, but basically, it's just really annoying to use those things as opposed to this deadlift jack. So anyway, this is my upgraded home gym. There's a treadmill right there. Don't use it, but this is my home gym right here. Oh, and if you're wondering how much I paid for everything in here, if I were to add up the price that I paid for this whole gym, I'm gonna say I probably paid like around $4,500 for everything.